Okay, just give me a second. Can everyone hear me now? Okay, okay, okay. Okay, great. So, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the session. So, today you might be thinking that what is the topic and what is this 30-degree, 60-degree, 90-degree? What are these? So, you might have heard all of these in your previous standards, like, oh, 30-degree, I've heard them. Like 60-degree, also, I have heard. So, all of these terms you might have heard some other day in your previous standards. So let's get into the exact thing. What is this? Okay, so you might have guessed something from the screen itself. You can see different types of lines and all those things. So let's see what the topic is. So the topic is lines and angles. Okay, so like you can see lines and angle at every place. Like you just observe around yourself and you'll be like, oh, like at every corner of the room or every part of the place where we exist, everywhere there is lines and angles. Okay, so obviously we need to study about it. So this topic comes under geometry. So what does geometry means? Like you might have studied geography as well. So geo means related to earth. So these are the things which mostly are present around us, and metry means what? It's the measurement. So we'll be studying about lines and angles in this topic. So let's see what we have today in our session, like what are the learning agendas for today. So we have #1, that is basic terms and definitions. So basic terms and definition, I'll keep a bit secret about that. So I'll be telling you when I'll be explaining you. And then you have the second part, that is intersecting lines and non-intersecting lines. And then you have the #3 part, that is pairs of angles. Okay, so each and every part I'll be telling you in detail, not to worry. Okay, so this is not so difficult and rather not so easy as well. Okay, so not to worry, let's get into the first part, that is #1. So #1 considers basic terms. Now what does that mean? Like if you want to study English, okay, and if you want to know words, if you want to know sentences, right, it is necessary that you should know ABCD. Like if you don't know ABC, then what? You'll not be able to write any word, no alphabet, right? So same goes with maths as well. So in maths also you should know some basic terms when you study geometry or you study algebra. Okay, so for the today's topic we have basic terms to know about. So let's get into that. So first we'll be studying about is lines. Okay, now you might be thinking, oh, lines, we already know what are lines. Okay, so what is this? But wait, you know what is a line, but you don't know the proper definition and what a proper line mean. Okay, like a simple line and you will be like, oh, this is a line, but you should know how to name a line or how you can identify is this a line or not. Okay, so let's understand that. So what is a line segment? A line with the two endpoints is called a line segment. So can you see this line? Yeah. Okay. Okay. So this line segment has endpoints. Remember, a line segment should have a what? An endpoint in it. Okay. So you can name it as line AB. Okay. So lines have endpoints. Line segments have endpoints to it. Next we have is what is a ray. Okay. So let's know what is a ray. So a part of line with one end and point is called a ray. Okay, so in this thing we have one end as end. Okay, and the other can be extended. Like if you see this AB. Okay, so if you can see AB, so AB is a ray. So at the point A, you can extend it. Okay, so a part of line that can be extended also. So on one side only we have an arrow for it, and that is called the ray. And the ray AB is denoted by this symbol. You have to remember this. Okay, so let's understand what is the next thing. Okay, what are collinear points? Okay, like you have studied all of this stuff in your previous standard, but still there is something that you are not able to remember, or you cannot easily okay, what are collinear points? Okay, let me think. And you will be like, no, I'm not able to get this is what happens actually. Okay, so what are collinear points? Let's understand this. So if three or more points lie on the same line, they are called collinear points. Okay, three or more points, they are on the same line. Let's see what is this. So you can see these are the 4 points. Okay, so it can be more than 3 points I'm talking about. So I've taken 4 points. So this line passes to this and through these points. So all of these points, if you observe, they lie on the same line, right? So such points are called as collinear points. So if one, like if you think that any of the one point is slight above or slight below the line, then what? Then they will not be considered to be collinear points. And from there comes the next question: what are collinear points? Okay, so what are collinear points? Three or more points do not lie on the same line, they are called non-collinear points. So simple difference, right? Collinear points, they should be on the, like all of the points should be on the same line. Collinear, not on the same line, right? Okay, let's see how. So I have these points. So we can draw two lines from these points, right? But they will be collinear. But let's check. So I have another point which is not uh, at the same pace where the rest of the points are, and one more which is bit above. Okay, then what? Then you can see that three lines are coming out of only 4 points, right? So these points do not lie on the same point. Sorry, same line. Okay, so if you check all of the 4 points, they are not lying on the same line, and hence they are called as collinear points. Okay, no, non-collinear points. Okay, so what do you remember? What is collinear points now? All the points should lie on the same line, and non-collinear is they should not lie on the same line. Okay, so let's move towards the next part, that is of course, like our topic is lines and angles. So if I tell you a bit about the basic terms of lines, it is like it is obvious we'll be studying about angles as well, right? So let's talk about angles. So what is an angle, first of all? So you might be thinking, oh, we have studied triangles and also we know angles. Okay, but you should know what does exactly an angle mean. Okay, so an angle is formed when two rays originate from the same endpoint. Now, what does that mean? Let's see how. So, I have a ray over here, then one more. So, you can see that both of these rays are originating from a same point, right? So, these two rays, when come together, okay, so the point B is the point from where the line from the ray BA and the from and the sorry, and the other ray, that is BC, is extending. So what is the common point? What is the same end point for both of these rays? That is the point B, and this whole is considered to be an angle. And what is this angle called as? This angle is named as angle ABC. Okay, the other thing we have is the rays making an angle are called the arms of the angle. Okay, so just check this. So did you just see these red lines? Okay, so both of these are called as, both of these rays, okay, so ray BA and ray BC together come and they form an angle, and each of those rays are called the arms of the angle. Okay, so the next we have is the end point is called the vertex of the angle. Now what does that mean? That angle B is the point which is the end point through which these rays are extending, and that point is considered and called to be the vertex of the angle. Okay, Okay. So this was regarding the angles. Okay, so two rays come together and they form angle, right? And those rays of that angle particularly are called the arms of that angle, and the point from which both of these rays originated is called the vertex of the angle. Okay, so let's understand some types of angle as well. So here we have the first angle, that is an acute angle. What is an acute angle? Angle with less than 90 degree is called an acute angle. That means, is it, if what if it is 85 degree, is it an acute angle? Yes, it is an acute angle. Okay, so if you talk about 40, okay, so less than 90 degree, it can be any angle, it is considered to be an acute angle. Let's check for the second one, that is the right angle. Okay, so what is right angle? Exact 90 degree, not more than 90, not less than 90, exact 90 is considered to be right angle. Okay, so if you talk about 91 or if you talk about 89, no, both of them are not considered. Exact 90 degree will be considered to be the right angle. Okay, then you have is obtuse angle. Now what is an obtuse angle? Greater than 90 degree and less than 180 degree. Okay, so what is an obtuse angle? So what if it's 181? No, it is not an obtuse angle. And what if it's 89? No, it is not an obtuse angle. So the main thing that you have to remember is obtuse angle means greater than 90 degree. So even if it's 91 degree, it is considered to be an obtuse angle. Getting it? So even if it's 179, then also it is considered to be an obtuse angle. So greater than 90 and less than 180 degree is considered to be an obtuse angle. Okay, next we have a straight angle. What is a straight angle? So a straight line also we can call it. So a straight angle is 180 degrees. So if we have a simple line, okay, so what a straight simple line, right? So what will be the measurement of angle of that line? That is 180 degree. Okay, next you have is reflex angle. Now what is a reflex angle? Now you have to remember that measurement more than 180. Okay, now angle which will be more than 180 degree will be called a reflex angle. Okay, so even if it's 200 or if it's 250, okay, can anyone tell me what is the measurement of a circle? Okay, so here I got an answer that is 360, and that is absolutely correct. So the measurement of a circle is what is 360 degree. Okay, that remember that. So can the reflex angle be more than 360? No, it cannot be more than 360. Okay, the measurement should be more than 180 degree, but it should be less than 360 degree. And next we have is full angle. Full angle means the circle which I just told you. So if we consider the full circle, so all of the circle or any of the circles, if we talk about what is the measurement of all that angles, like all the circle over there, so it is exactly 360, 360 degree. Okay, so full angle means what? Exact 360 degree. And here we have is all the types of angle. So the first was, carefully understand it, first is acute angle, that is less than 90 degree. Okay, then we have right angle, which is exact 90 degree. Then we have obtuse angle, which is greater than 90 but less than 180 degree. Then we have is straight angle, which is 180 degree. If you talk about reflex angle, which is greater than 180 degree but greater than 180 degree, but it will be less than 360 degree. And full angle, if you talk about, so what is full angle in this case? Full angle will be 360 degree. Okay, so I hope everyone is clear with this part, like what are the types of the angle. Okay, so let's So let's get into the next part. That is, let's see what's that. Okay, what are complementary angles? Okay, so have you heard about what are complementary angles? You might have heard some other day, but still I'll be telling you not to worry. Okay. So what are complementary angles? Two angles whose sum is 90 degree are called complementary angles. What does that mean? Let's see an example to this. So let's make an angle first. So we have here two angles. Now, if we have like two angles, okay, here we had two rays and an angle. Now we have two angles in it. Okay, so here we have two angles. So angle ABD and angle DBC. Okay, so let's see what are the measurements. If you see for the angle ABD, that is 360 degree. Okay, so what is angle ABD? That is 60 degree. And if you check for angle DBC, what is that angle? That is 30 degree. So if you check both of these angles, they make a total. That is, sum means what? Sum means addition of the angles. So if the addition of those angles is 90 degrees, so let's see if 30 plus 60 is what, 90 degree? Yes, it is absolutely 90 degree. So these angles are called as complementary angles. So it can be any angles, like if it's two angles which are 45 45. Okay, so if it's 50 or 40, okay, so any angles which will together form to be 90 degree are called as complementary angle. So it can be any, so like any type of angle in that case. Okay, okay, so next we have is what are supplementary angles. Okay, so supplementary also you might have heard, but still I'll be telling you not to worry. So you have two angles whose sum is 180 degree are called supplementary angles. Okay, confusion once again. In the previous we had 90 degree and now we have 180 degree. How come? Let's see an example for this. So you have, let's make two angles. So here we have two angles. One is angle ABC and the other is CBD. So if you observe angle ABC, it's 125 degree, right? So, and the other, like the angle CBD, you can see that angle CBD is how much? Is 55 degree. Now, if you add both of these angles, sum means what again? Is addition of these angles. So when you add both of these angles, what is the sum of these angles? It is 180 degree, and yes, they are called as supplementary angles. So if we have two angles which are 90 90, yes, they are also considered to be supplementary angles. Okay, so any two angles, any two angles whose sum is 180 degree are called as supplementary angles. Okay, so what was complementary angles? Sum should be 90 degree and not more than 90 degree. Like even if it's 91 degree, it is not considered to be a complementary angle. Okay, and what is supplementary angle? Sum should be 180 degree. So not more than 180 and not less than 180. Okay, remember this part. Okay. So I hope you everyone is clear till here, like what are line, ray, then we have collinear points, non-collinear points, angles, types of angles, and then we did, what is that? Supplementary and complementary angles. Okay. So next we have is adjacent angle. Now let's see what is an adjacent angle. Okay. So two angles are adjacent if we have a condition for this. So how will you identify that a given angle is adjacent angle? Okay, so condition means that when these conditions are satisfied, that angle, those angles are called to be adjacent angle. So two angles are adjacent if, so let's make angle first. So here we have angle ABD and we have DBC. Okay, so they have a common vertex. So if you see ABD and if you see DBC, both of them have a common vertex. And what is that common vertex? That is B, right? And hence the first condition is common vertex. Okay, let's see what is the second condition. A common arm and their non-common arms are on different sides of the common arm. So if you can see that BD is the common arm of ABD and DBC. Okay, like the yellow one. So you can see that the BD is the common arm. So they have a common arm and non-common arm, which is the AB. Okay, which one is the non-common arm? AB and BC are the non-common arms. Okay, because if you talk about ABD and if you talk about DBC, BC and AB is not present in both of them. Okay, but BD is present in both of them. Might be confusing. Wait, I'll tell you. If you talk about A, B, D, and if you talk about D, B, C, okay, so there is an arm that is AB, and there's an arm which is BC, okay, which is not present in both of them. Like if you talk about BD and DB, it is present in both of them. So there should be a common arm and a non-common arm, which should be on different sides of the common arm. So this is the common arm, right? So BC is on the right of the common arm, and if you talk about AB, it is on the left of the common arm. Okay, so both of these angles are considered to be adjacent angles. So angle ABD and angle DBC are called as adjacent angles. So what is the first condition? Common vertex. They should have common vertex. And the second thing is they have common arm, and their non-common arm are on different sides of the common arm. So this is how you will get to know that what is an adjacent angle. Okay, so let's see for this example. So let us consider that this is A. Okay, let's take some other letter. Okay, we'll take this as P. Okay, and this will be Q. Here it is R, and here it is O. Okay, so you guys tell me now that which arm is the common arm from this? Which one is the common arm? Come on, quickly tell me which is the common arm. OQ, wow. Yes, that's the correct answer. So, wow, all of them are answering. Awesome. Okay, so the common arm over here is OQ. Okay, so rest of the people, like the people which answered those as well. Now tell me which are the non-common arms. Which are the non-common arms? QO, or you can say OQ, is the common arm. Okay, so which are the non-common? So OP and OR, yeah, yes. Okay, so three of them have answered us totally correct. And yes, OP and OR are the non-common arms over here. Okay, so anyone, okay, tell me, are these angles adjacent or not? I just want yes or no from all of you. Are these angles adjacent? Okay, Sarah has answered yes. Arfan, okay, awesome. I'm still waiting for the other people. Let's see if it's yes or no. Are they adjacent or not? Okay, yes. So these two angles, that is POQ and ROQ, both of the angles are adjacent angles because they have a common vertex, which is O, and they have common arm, that is OQ, and they have non-common arms, which are on the different sides of the common arm. Okay, so let's get into the hashtag second part of our session, and let's see what we have for us in this part. Okay, so draw two different lines, PQ and RS, on a paper. Okay, you have to draw two lines. You will see that you can draw them in two different ways. Okay, so you have two lines and you have to draw them, and you have only, like, if you draw as many times, you only have two different ways to draw them. Let's try this. Okay, let's see what how you can draw these two different lines. So different ways of drawing two lines. Okay, so first we have is intersecting lines. Okay, so if you have n number of lines, or you have two lines, or any number of lines, you have two different ways to draw them. So let's see the first one, that is intersecting lines. So lines that meet at one or more than one points are called intersecting lines. So let's see how. So let's take a line, another line, so two lines now. Let's name them A, B, and PQ. So you have a point that is O at the center, and that is the point where both of these lines are meeting, or they are intersecting, and such lines are called as intersecting lines. So you can see that line AB, okay, so this is line AB and line PQ, they meet at point O, and such lines are called as what? They are called as intersecting lines. Okay, so lines which meet at some point are called as intersecting lines. Okay, so you can see that AB and PQ are meeting at O, so therefore they are called as intersecting lines. Next we have is non-intersecting lines. So let's see what are non-intersecting lines. Intersecting means they are meeting. So can you guess what can be non-intersecting lines? They will not intersect, right? Okay, so let's see what's that. So we have two lines, that is line AB and line PQ. Again, we have taken the same lines because we have to draw two lines in two different ways. So that was the first way in which we drew the lines. That was one line was intersecting the other. Now we have non-intersecting lines. So what are non-intersecting lines? Lines which never meet at any point are called non-intersecting lines. Okay, or they are also called as parallel lines. Like if you keep on extending this line, right? If you keep this also extending, what will happen? There will be no point they will ever meet. Okay, and such lines are called as non-intersecting lines, or they are called as parallel lines. So let's take an example for this. So I'll draw a line over here. So you have this line, and okay, now you guys tell me. I just want yes or no from you. So tell me, are these lines intersecting or not? Sorry, non-intersecting or not? Are they non-intersecting lines? Okay, I've got one answer already, but I'm not be going to telling you. Come on, quickly tell me, guys. Yeah. Okay, I've got one more answer. I've got cool students today. Okay, so if you check these lines, they seem to be what? They look like they are non-intersecting because they are far away from each other, but but they are they are intersecting lines. Now you'll be thinking, how could they be intersecting lines? They are far away from each other, they are not meeting at any point, then how will they be intersecting lines, right? That's a question mark. So let's see how. So this line and this line, now if you keep extending this one, okay, and if you keep extending this one, there's a point both of these lines are going to meet. Okay, so then these lines cannot be considered to be non-intersecting lines. So clearly what does non-intersecting line means? They should never meet. Okay, so the lines which never meet are called as non-intersecting lines. Okay, so what are intersecting lines? Intersecting lines are they meet, and non-intersecting lines means they never meet. Okay, that is the simple thing you have to remember for both of them. So you can see that line AB and line PQ can never intersect, never meet or intersect, and therefore they are called as non-intersecting lines. And you have to remember the other name as well, that is parallel lines. So from this you get to know what are parallel lines as well. So lines which never meet are called as parallel lines. Okay, so you have to remember this as well, what are parallel lines, because this you'll need for many different chapters for geometry. Okay, so from this we have hashtag third part of our session, and let's see what we have. Okay, so that is pair of angles. Now what is that? Okay, pair means what? It will be more than one. Okay, so pair of angles. Now if you have more than one angles, so we have different properties for them. So let's understand that. So what first we have is, what are linear pair of angles? Okay, can anyone tell me what was the measurement of the straight angle? Okay, okay, nice. Okay, so the measurement of the straight angle was 180 degree. That's correct. Okay, so let's see what are linear pair of angles now. So when the sum of the two adjacent angles is 180 degree, then they are called a linear pair of angles. Okay, so when the sum of two adjacent angles, now it can be more than two as well, like you can have 3 to 4 as well. So when the sum of two or more adjacent angles is 180 degree, then they are called as linear pair of angles. If the sum of two adjacent angles is 180 degree, then the non-common arm of the angles form a line. Okay, what does that mean? Let's see. So here we have a line. So you can see that first we make a line and then we make an angle. So from this you'll understand the second point, but I'll be telling it to you again. So let's make a line, another line. So we are making three angles now, because two adjacent angles we have already seen and understood, right? So let's make it a bit complicated now. So you have two angles now. So these are the three angles. So it's AOB, it's BOC, and COD. So the yellow one is AOB, the green one is BOC, and the red one is COD. So here you have three angles. Okay, so are these all called are all of these called adjacent angles? Come on, tell me. Can these angles be called as adjacent angles? Yes or no? Are they adjacent angles? I don't think so. Are they adjacent angles or not? But you guys tell me, are they adjacent angles? Okay, Aisha has told us that yes. Okay, other people, are they adjacent angles? Think. Okay, Dakshi has also told us yes. Fine. Irfan has also told us yes. Okay. Are they adjacent angles? Apply the rules and the conditions which I told you. Yes, because they have common vertex and a common side. Okay, so the name here is MotoG Play. I'm sorry, I don't know your name. So whatever is visible, I'll be telling that. So yes, he has also told us, he or she maybe has told us if the answer is yes. Okay, let's check if the given angles are adjacent or not. Okay, so if you see that they have a common vertex, yes, and they have what? They have common arms and non-common arms as well. So all of these are called as adjacent angles. Okay, so let's see, are they linear pair of angles? Okay, so these are the measurement of angles. Now, does all of these angles make a sum of 180 degree? You guys sum them up and tell me, does they make a total of 180 degree? Yes, okay. I've got yes, okay. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, yes, yes. The total, like the sum of all of these angles is 180 degree. So if you sum up 40 plus 85 plus 55 degree, you get the total as 180 degree. Yes, they are linear pair of angles. So when adjacent angle make a total of 180 degree, those angles are called as what? They are called as linear pair of angles. Okay, so I hope you are clear with this part, that what are linear pair of angles. So simply remember adjacent angles and they should make the total of 180 degree. They are linear pairs. Okay, so I'll tell you what this sentence means. Okay, so if the sum of two adjacent angles is 180 degree, so if we can have more than two as well, then the non-common arms of the angles form a line. So you can see that AO and OD is the non-common arm. Okay, so this is present only in this angle and this is present only in this angle, right? So these two together form a line. That is what the sentence means. Okay, so when we have adjacent angles and they make a total of 180 degree, they are called as linear pair of angles. Okay, you have to remember this. Okay, so let's see how. So that is angle AOB, angle BOC and angle COD are linear pair of angles. So you can see that angle AOB is 40 degree, BOC is 85 degree, angle COD is equal to 180 degree. So they make a total of 180 degree, and yes, they are linear pair of angles. Okay, so let's move towards the next part, that is vertically opposite angles. Now, what are vertically opposite angles? So obviously we have vertically opposite angles, so we need a line, right? So let's make a line and another line, and then we name them. So AB and CD are the two lines. So you can see angle A. Okay, let's see the other one as well. So the angle, the O, you can see is the name of the center point. Okay, so the point at which both of these lines are meeting. So angle AOD and angle COB, can see them, right? If you check, they are vertically opposite to each other, right? Like vertical means what? Straight. Okay, standing. And opposite means against. Like if one is at the top, other is at the bottom. So one is at the right, other will be at the left. Okay, so vertically opposite angle. So AOD is at the top side and COB is at the bottom side. Let's see another example. So you have angle, so you have angle AOC. Carefully see the yellow ones now. That is angle AOC, and you have angle DOB. Okay, so angle AOC and angle BOD, then you have angle AOD and angle COB form pairs of vertically opposite angles. Okay, we were studying pairs of angles, that was the topic, right? So as we are talking about two angles together, therefore these are called as pairs of vertically opposite angle. So AOC is one pair, and like AOC and BOD is one pair, and AOD and COB is the another pair. Okay, so vertically opposite angles are equal. Always they are equal. Okay, so if one is at one has a measurement of 50 degree, the other will also have the measurement of 50 degree. Okay, like for vertically opposite angles. And angle AOC and angle BOD are what? They are equal. Okay, so if I say that this angle is 110. Okay, okay, so if AOD is 1110, you guys answer me, what will be the measurement of DOB? What will be the measurement of DOB? It's very, very easy. We have done that part already. What will be the measurement of DOB? Okay, I've got one answer which is absolutely correct. Angle DOB is what? 70 degree, right? Why it will be 70 degree? Because if you see, AOB was the line which at the starting we drew, right? So if both of these angles like AOD and DOB, both of them are what? They are linear pairs. And what is the total of linear pairs? 180 degree. So you just have to subtract 110 from 180 and you get this as 70. Okay. Now, what will be the measurement of angle COB? What will be the measurement of angle COB? Okay. Yeah. Yes. I am getting all of the correct answers. Okay. Awesome. So yes, the measurement of COB is also 110. Why is it 110? Because vertically opposite angle. So this is 110. So this will also be 110. So what will be AOC in this case? What will be the measurement of AO? 70 degree, correct. Okay. So AOC will be what? It will be 70 degree because vertically opposite angles have the equal measurement. Okay. So if you see this example for vertically opposite angles, so in this also you can see that AOC is 35 degree. Okay, so which is the angle which is absolutely vertically opposite to AOC? Can anyone tell me? Which angle is opposite to AOC? DOB, yeah, correct. Okay, so DOB is the angle which is vertically opposite to what? AOC. Okay, and AOD is the angle with the measurement of 145 degrees. So which is the vertically opposite angle to it? That is COB. That is the measurement. Like what is that measurement? That is 145 degree. Okay, okay, great. I've got all the smart students today. Okay. So let's solve some examples like regarding the topics we studied today, and then we'll come to end to the session. Okay. So some questions, and guys be ready to answer those. Okay. So in figures, lines AB and CD. So you have line AB and line CD are the two lines which intersect at point O. If angle AOC, like this is the angle AOC, is 40 degree and BOE so you have BOE. Okay, so AOC plus BOE is what? 70 degree that they have given us. Okay, and BOD is equal to 40 degree. This is what they have given. Okay, so these are the three angles they have given us already. So what you have to find is you have to find BOE. Okay, you have to, no. You just have to find the reflex angle COE. BOA is already given, so you just have to find this part. Okay, so let's see the solution to this question. Angle COE is equal to 110. Okay, can anyone tell me how will it be 110? Angle COE is 110. You have to find the reflex angle. Can anyone tell me what is a reflex angle? If you guys remember, what is a reflex angle? Yeah. More than 180, less than, yeah. Okay, great. So I have got the very correct answers. Okay, so yes, reflex angle is more than 180 degree but less than 360 degree. So in this case, if you got Okay, so here we got COE as 110. So how did we get 110? If you can see this line, okay, so this angle, the 40-degree angle and the 30-degree angle, they together form 70-degree, right? And this, all of these three are what? They are linear pair of angles. So 70-degree, okay, so 180 minus 70-degree, and you'll get the answer as 110. This is how you get this angle as 110. Okay, now let's see what is the measurement of reflex angle. Now what will be the reflex angle in this part? Reflex will be the remaining part. So if this is 110, okay, now you have to find this whole angle. What will be the measurement of this angle? Okay, you guys try and tell me what will be the answer. Okay, I've got one answer as 140. Okay. One is 250. Okay. Come on, everyone, try this. What will be the answer to this question? So I've got different answers. Let's see which one is the correct one. Okay. Yes. Okay, so 250, 250, 220. Okay. Let's check what the answer is. So you can see that angle COA is what? COE is 110. Okay, let's check if your answers are correct. So reflex angle COA is equal to 360 minus 110. Okay, so the whole angle is what? 360 degree. So we'll subtract it by 110. So let's see what is that. So if you subtract 360 minus 110, you get the answer as 250, and 250 is the correct answer. Okay, so like the ones who got wrong answer, that's totally fine, it happens. Okay, so you can try for the next question. I have next question for you guys as well. Okay, so the answer for this question is 250. Okay, so let's see the next question now. So the question is lines XY and MN. Okay, so XY and MN are the two lines which intersect at point O. Okay, where are they intersecting? They are intersecting at point O. Angle POY is equal to 90 degree. So this is given us as 90 degree. Okay, and A is to B is equal to 2 is to 3. Do you guys remember that questions you used to do for triangles? That was that was what? They used to give ratio, that is 2 is to 3 is to 4, and then you guys used to take the common multiple, and the total used to be 180 degree kind of questions. Okay, this is kind of similar to that. So let's see what is the solution. So first line we have is MN, then you have XY. Okay, so angle MOX plus, okay, MOX plus will find XON is equal to 180 degree. Okay, can anyone tell me how is, what will be the reason for this? MOX, clearly see, MOX and XON, like this is this angle. How are they total, like how are there some 180 degree? Linear pair, yeah, totally correct, Sarah. That's linear pair of angles, okay? So because of that, they are 180 degree. Now B plus C is equal to 180 degree because they have mentioned that that part is C and the other part is B. So B plus C is equal to 180 degree. Therefore, what is the value of B that we have? That is 54 degree. So we'll put the value of B as 54 degree. And C will be as it is. So let's find C. So, okay, can you guys try and tell me what will be the answer? Come on, you guys can do it. I'm very much sure. Okay, I've got an answer already. So quick. Come on, everyone try this question. It's very easy. Just tell me what will be the value of C. Okay, one more. One more. Yeah. All of them are trying. Great, great. Okay, let's check if your answers are correct or not. So, okay, so therefore C is equal to what? 180 minus 54 Okay, yeah, because that 54 was on the left hand side and it came towards the right hand side. So as it was positive on the left hand side, it becomes negative on the right hand side. So 180 minus 54, and that's 126, and that's totally correct. And all of you have answered correct. Okay, so very good. So the answer for this question is 126 Okay, so hence the value of C is equal to 126 Let's move towards the next question. In figure, PQR is equal to angle PRQ. Okay, so PQR is equal to PRQ. Okay, then prove that PQS is equal to PRT. That is what you have to prove. Okay, very easy, very easy. Can anyone tell me how you can prove this question? It is very easy. You know that PQR is equal to PRQ, right? So you have to prove that this angle, you have to find you have to prove that this angle is equal to this angle. Okay, let's see the solution. So angle PQS plus angle PQR is equal to what? 180 linear pairs. Okay, let's see the second part. So angle PRQ plus angle PRT is equal to 180 Again, linear pairs. Okay. From 1 and 2, what can you say? They are equal, right? Because if this part, like for example, if this part measures 60 okay, and this also measures 60 what will happen? So 180 minus 60 is how much? Tell me. 120, correct. So this part will be 120. And so this part will also be 120 because that subtraction, like they are linear pairs. So when you get the sum as 180 so when you subtract the 60 out of 180, obviously that will be 120, and hence both of these will be what? Will be equal. So from 1 and 2, we have angle PQS plus PQR is equal to angle PRQ plus angle PRT. Each side, like which each side? This side. Okay, each side is equal to 180 Angle PQR is equal to angle PRQ. So we'll cut. Okay, so you can do this method as well. Like you can cancel out both of these angles because they are equal already. So what will be remaining? That PQS is equal to angle PRT, and hence proved. Okay, so why will you do this step? That will be a question for you guys, right? Like, if you can directly say that they are linear pairs, then why do you need to do this step that cancel out? But you don't have the measurement over here, right? For the angles. Like, if you have the measurement, you can simply say that if this angle is 120, other is also 120, so the measurement is same and they'll be equal. But in this part, you have to show this step because you don't know the measurement, okay? Okay, so last question for today. So it is given that angle XYZ is equal to 64 degree and XY is produced to point P. If ray, okay, this is how it is produced, like it is extended to point P, ray YQ bisects ZYP. Okay, we have ray Q, well, that is YQ, bisects ZYP. Okay, find XYQ and reflex angle QYP. So what you have to find is XYQ. Okay, so XYQ, the whole XYQ, this angle, and reflex QYP. Okay, so if this is QYP, you have to find the reflex, that is the whole part, this. Okay, let's check the solution. So XYZ we already have a 64. Ray YQ bisects ZYP. Bisect means what? It will divide the angle into equal part. Okay, what it will do is it will okay, Arfan has already answered our question. Let's see if that's correct or not. So ray YQ is just give me a minute. Yeah, so ray YQ, what it does is it bisects angle ZYP. Now, what is bisect? Okay, bisect means that line divides the angle into two equal parts. Okay, that is what you have to remember. So, let angle ZYQ and QYP is equal to X. We have to consider that X, okay? Which one are we considering? ZYQ, this is this part, okay? And QYP is equal to X. Why both of them as X, Q? Because they are getting equally divided. So value of both the angles will be equal. Okay. So next we have is angle ZYP is equal to 2X. Like this whole angle will be what? That will be 2X. Because X plus X is what? 2X. Okay. Next we have is angle ZYP plus angle ZYX. So ZYX, this angle, plus ZYP. They are what? They are linear pairs. So that total will be what? 180 degree. Okay. Next we have a 64 will put and will find ZYP in this case. So let's find. So what will be the value of X over here? So the value of X is 58. Okay. Let's see what will be the value of XYQ. Okay, so one more answer I've got for XYQ. Let's see what is that correct or not. So XYQ is equal to XYZ. So XYQ, that is XYQ, is equal to XYZ. Okay, plus ZYQ, XYZ plus ZYQ. Okay, so it is equal to 64 plus 58. So the total is 122 and that's totally correct. Okay, so yes, Sarah, your answer was absolutely correct what you answered. So the value for XYQ is 122. Okay, let's move towards the next part, that is you have to find the reflex angle XYP. Okay. Okay, so x, y, p you have to find. So let's only consider y, p, q. So if we have q, y, p as the angle and the reflex angle, okay, so this part you have to find, that is 360 minus what? Minus angle which we have. So 360 minus 58. Okay, come on guys, tell me what will be the answer to this question. Okay, I've got already one answer. Come on, quickly tell me what will be the answer. 360 minus 58. Okay, I've got one more answer. Let's see, is that correct or not? Okay. 302. Yeah, that's absolutely correct. That what you guys have answered. So that's very much correct. And I'm very happy that you guys have answered all of these questions. Totally correct. And thank you so very much for attending this session. And I hope you enjoyed and understood and loved this session. And see you for the next time. And do join us for further classes, webinars, and group classes at Lone Pig. See you for the next time. Have a great day and stay safe. Bye.